morning, it's 8th of April, 7:16 a.m. and yesterday on 7th of April, I had the biggest trading day of my trading career. I started trading in 2019, so I have been trading for 6 years now, heading into my 7th year. And before this day, my biggest day was in August 2022. So it took me 3 years to break my record, and that record was, I think, around $47,000. And yesterday, I made $93,000 from day trading options in the US stock market. If you guys are new here, my name is Jay. I'm a day trader trading in the US stock market. I specifically trade options and I live in Dubai. So I moved to Dubai in 2022. I started trading back in Australia. I was trading at night and working in the morning. I had a full-time job. So I started like most of you guys working at a job. I started trading on the sides. Eventually trading income surpassed my job income. I quit my job. I moved to Dubai, no taxes here. So that is another thing. I made $93,000 yesterday and every single dollar is mine. I don't have to pay taxes here. So I think moving to Dubai was a good decision. Saying that, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I made $93,000 in one day from day trading.
So we are back in my office, guys. And before we start this video, I want you guys to understand how the trading review and journal can help you step up your trading and be a better version of yourself. Because this is what I posted on my Instagram yesterday before the market even opened up. I'm going to post a screenshot right here. So I spent 16 to 18 hours over the weekend studying charts and tape. In-depth review and journal feels like next few weeks can provide the best opportunities of my trading career because of all the volatility in the market. You guys need to understand that as day traders, this market is really good. For swing trading, it's not. You can't look for good entries because the market is dependent on whatever is happening in the world. And that is the reason for swing trading, it's very difficult. But the range is so big, the volume is so high that this market is actually good for swing trading, especially if you're on the right side of the trade. And even though it's the best start of the year I have ever had, I have not traded my best because I feel like I have underperformed heavily in the past few weeks. It's just a mental barrier for me. Then I mentioned, let's dial in. I know I have only scratched the surface of my trading potential. And that is what I did, guys. Like over the weekend, I spent a lot of time. I'm going to actually post a screenshot of my laptop screen time because that is the closest thing I can do to prove it to you guys. It's going to be right there. And I spent approximately like 70 to 18 hours on my laptop and on my iPad going through my journal, just reviewing every single thing and what can I do to improve. And the main thing that I realized is that I need to hold on to my winners, especially in this market, because whenever the trend sets up, the trends are really good in this market. And my main goal for this week, the one thing was to hold on to my winners, and that paid nicely. Now this video will be similar to my last few trading recap videos. I'm actually going to show you guys a live footage of my executions, of my emotions with my voiceover. But before we do that, I actually want to show you guys why I held on to my winner and what was happening on this stock, that is Tesla. So this is TradingView in front of you guys, and you guys can see the whole market on Monday was dropping. There's like no surprises here. I think the whole world knows, unless you are living under a rock. The market has been dropping insanely, but specifically on Monday, guys, like SPY is like just flushing down. Even if you look at Apple, we are just like flushing down. Meta just like flushing down, and it opened right here. So we don't have any major levels. So based on the technicals also, Tesla looks like the best price action stock. Even though it's selling off, we have a few levels to play around with. Unlike a lot of other stocks like Meta, Nvidia, Amazon, Apple, they are just like selling off with the market. They are not holding around any major levels, major recent levels. But Tesla is actually, if you look at the weekly chart, we had 4 dojis in a row on the weekly chart. Doji, 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 doji. This day on Monday, which was the first trading day of this week, we were gapping down and we were opening right near the major prior support from these dojis between 222 and 217 zone. So, and specifically, guys, you guys need to understand on days like these, first of all, we need to understand SPY, what is happening with the market. Whenever the market is dropping like this, or whenever the market pulls back, you guys need to understand as traders is that market tends to find support near 5%, 10%, 15%, and 20% drawdown from all-time highs. So in a good market, like 5% pullback is healthy for the market. We can see that a lot of times we go for these like 5% pullback, 5% pullback, 4.9. When I say 5, it's between 4.5 to 5.5. When I say 10, it's going to be between 9 to 11%, something like, it's not the exact 10%, but you guys get the idea. So this time around, we dropped like 10%. We can see that we found support around 10.32%. We tested that level again. And now the market was opening near 20% drawdown. which from all-time high. So this can act like a good support. And especially on days like these, when the market is moving like this, that is the beauty of day trading. You need to have a game plan in both the directions. And that was specifically the idea I mentioned in the Discord group in the pre-market webinar, that have a game plan in both the directions. For me on Tesla was a breakdown under 222, 221 zone for a flush under 217, which means it's going to be a daily range breakdown or weekly range breakdown. That is the playbook for downside. For upside, I have a playbook called long at support, because this is holding near major support. SPY might find support around 20% drawdown. So for the upside, I'm going to go based more on the intraday price action, look for a breakout above high of the day, like a fake out under low of the day, and then a push towards the upside, which I'm going to show you guys. So I had a game plan in both the directions, and that is very important, guys, especially on days like these, weeks like these. You need to have a game plan in both the directions. Just don't be stuck in your own ways. Don't have a set bias that I'm only going to take it towards a downside. Especially being a day trader, that's your job, being flexible in the market, realizing what is happening with the market, what the sentiment is, and trying to go with the flow. And here's my first trade of the day. I entered for puts position after the first 2 minutes of the market open. I saw that, okay, Tesla is holding weaker than the market. It might actually go for low of the day. I entered my position. I was actually up approximately like $10,000 on this position, but I wanted to hold on to my winner. That was my goal for this week. Eventually it reversed, and it was a bit of an aggressive reverse. We never broke down under 220. That's why I just covered my position to be on the safer side for almost break even. Here's my second trade of the day. Same game plan, guys, but you also need to understand that I'm sizing up on this trade because of the open. A lot of platforms like Dash Trader was lagging a lot, and I know a lot of members in the Discord group, they were also facing issues with platforms. And this thing is pretty common whenever the market is very volatile. A lot of inflow and outflow of money, a lot of volume going through the market, and a lot of platforms, they just have lags. And within the first 2 minutes, it was practically untradeable. My platform was lagging so much that there was a delay of 40 to 50 seconds. And that is why, as a day trader, I have multiple options. At this point of time, I'm holding 130 contracts, and my goal was to hold on to my winner. That's why I'm just holding. And in the meantime, I want you guys to understand the importance of having 2-3 different platforms. For me, I have Dash Trader Pro, I have my Bookmap as well, and I have TradingView. So whenever the market is very volatile, Dash usually lags. That is the first platform to give up. But Bookmap rarely ever lags. So I can also execute, because whenever the platform is lagging, you just lose confidence in the market. But because I have Bookmap and TradingView, I have different other platforms as well, I just don't lose my confidence. I'm like, okay, even if I see a bit of a platform issue, I have other platforms as backup option. And you guys can still see, guys, like if you guys have seen my previous trading recap videos, I have a playlist of my trade recap. You guys know that I take my profits, but this time around, I'm holding my whole position. I'm holding the whole 130 contracts. I think I'm in 130 contracts. But when I saw this doji on the 1 minute chart, which is sign of a reversal, exhaustion volume, if you guys don't know, I took 30 contracts out on this candle, but I was still left with 100 contracts, and I wanted to hold those contracts for a bigger push towards the downside, towards like 215 or 210. And I just tried my best to hold that position. My stop loss was 220 on this candle. I think the next candle, it's going to break up. It's going to break about 220. I saw strength on the tape, and that's why I covered the whole position. At one point of time, I was up approximately $40,000 on this trade, but eventually I just made $8,700, which is not bad. Honestly, the goal was to hold on to my winner. That was my goal for this week. And you guys will be able to see later in the video how this goal actually helped me to make $93,000 for the day. Now, guys, I'm going to skip one upside trade, because if I break that trade down as well, if I show you the recording, it's going to be a very long video. But I entered right above the VWAP when I saw a squeeze about 223 when I saw the break of high of the day. And that's why I said in the pre-market webinar for the Discord members at the beginning of this video as well, that if we go for high of the day, I'm going to take it towards the upside. That's what I did. I took a calls position for the break of high of the day. And on this position as well, I was up $35,000 unrealized for the day. But eventually it reversed against me. I added to my position. And by this point of time, I was up $20,000, and still sticking to my rule, my goal for this week to hold on to my winner, which did not pay really well, but I'm still up $20,000 for the day. And you guys can see right here that my platform had a bit of issue. The charts are not even loading up. The 1 minute chart is not even loading up. There's a huge delay, and I just had to restart my platform. But saying that, I still had Bookmap on the left side of the screen. You guys can't see it, but I had Bookmap open, and you guys can see that I'm calm. Even if Dash doesn't work for me nicely, I have other platforms as well. Now comes the big winner for the day, guys. So this was partly luck as well, but I executed before the news came out. So that is the thing. My game plan was to take it towards the upside. You guys will be able to see that I took it for the hold of prior high of the day, the break in retest. S3 was holding. Even on the tape, guys, this stock was holding really strong. We had a lot of volume come in under 237, but this stock was just not going under 237. That means there's a lot of action from the buyers. I was focusing on the book map as well. A lot of sellers are stacking near 237. They are selling their positions, but this stock was just not going under 237. That means there are a lot more buyers compared to the sellers around 237. We are seeing action from the sellers, but there's no reaction, which is negative for downside. And now comes my luck part, because Ronaldo also said it, that hard work without talent is nothing, and you just need to be lucky as well. You need to be at the right place at the right time, and that's where I was. So I took it for a hold of 237. I was able to look at the tape, and now we had a news at 10 a.m. We had a news that, okay, there was a fake news that Trump is going to be delaying the tariff news or whatever for the next 90 days. That was the news, and the market just rallied towards the upside. I was not aware of this news. This was just a technical setup for me. I just took it towards the upside, but I was expecting to make around, say, $40,000 on this trade because I took 150 contracts. But we saw crazy push towards the upside, and remember my goal to hold on to my winners. I had no reason to exit. It just pushed towards the upside. You can look at the tape. The market was also pushing towards the upside. You guys can't see it on the screen, but if you guys look behind me, behind my face, you guys can see that QQQ is just rallying towards the upside. We had this fake news, and I was just holding on to my winner. I had no reason to exit. And if you guys have watched my previous videos, as I mentioned already, a week ago, like Jay from a week ago would have exited the position. But here, I'm just holding. I have no reasons to exit. Unless like it's a P&L reason that I want to lock in my profits. The market is giving me no reasons to exit. We are just seeing a squeeze towards the upside. My entry was near 227. It's at 238, 240 now. I'm not gonna take partials because I don't have any reasons to exit. Finally, after a 10, 11 points move, when we were holding the prior day close, that bold dotted line on the 1 minute chart, I covered 50 contracts. I only covered 50 contracts. I'm like, I took 150. I still want to hold 100 contracts to see if the market squeezes towards the upside, because for now, market hasn't given me any reason to exit, but prior day close was kind of rejecting. I was up 100% approximately on my premium, so it made sense to lock in 50 contracts. And now Tesla has already moved approximately 25 points for the day, which is the ATR, and now my exit criteria has been hit. And when I saw this push towards R3, so I was looking for an S3 to R3 move, I used these Camarilla pivots as well. R3, you guys can see on the 1 minute chart, is near 244, and that's when I covered 50 more contracts when it was holding near 244. And another platform issue, you guys can see, I can look at the tape. The tape is also a minute behind. At the moment, it's around 10:13 a.m. and the tape is moving around 10:12:56 seconds. Another delay, another platform issue, but because I had bookmap as well, I was focusing on bookmap and I was just holding my position. Now you guys can't see it on this platform because the tape is still lagging by around 40-50 seconds. At the moment, it's 10:14 a.m. 25 seconds and the tape is around 10:13. But when Tesla broke around 249, 250, I covered my whole position, making $93,000 in one day. I got off my setup. I exited, got off my setup because I actually had to pee really bad. I was holding it because of this winner, and eventually I just went to pee, and that's where I called it for the day. And now let's take a look at the Discord group, guys, because it's not only me. A lot of other members had their record day as well. Like this member made $3,000, 63% of his account. Another member made like $5,000, something like that. I posted my day in the pro trading floor. Another pro trader of ours, Leroy, had his biggest day. I think he mentioned it. Best day of the year for me so far, right? So a lot of members, including pro traders, they had their biggest day, including me. So if you guys want to join our Discord group, a community of serious and supportive traders, the link will be in the description box below. Just a disclaimer that we will be raising the prices of the Discord group in the next few days or maybe in the next few weeks. I don't know yet, but if you join in now, you will be locked in at the current price, because a lot of people are doing coupon codes, selling discounts and everything. Like as my trading goes up, as my experience increases, I think the value I'm providing in the Discord group also keeps on growing, and the price will also be increasing to justify the value we provide. Also, one more thing for you guys, if you guys want to try out bookmap, we actually have affiliation with bookmap. The link will be in the description box below. It's for the members as well. Like anyone can click on that link and you can check check out the special offers. It's a good deal because especially I believe like in this market, when the volume is like crazy and the volatility is so high, you need 2 or 3 backup options, like at least 2 platforms. For me, I have 3 options. I have like TradingView, Dash Trader Pro and Bookmap. For you guys, like you at least need 2 options because TradingView also has a bit of a delay. It's more of a charting platform than an active day trading platform. That's what I believe in. But if you have like Bookmap and Dash Trader Pro, or maybe like even if you have Thinkorswim and Dash Trader Pro, like 2 different platforms, it's going to help you with your trading. Personally, I have felt that when most of the other platforms gave up, Bookmap is the best platform because it really ever lacks for me personally. And if you guys want to get a good deal, the link will be in the description box below. So guys, hopefully this video was a proof that you need to have a goal. You need to have something to work on your trading every single day. Like I just don't want to get stuck in my own ways. I can't understand. I personally am not the kind of person who's going to be happy just making $500 or only risking $500 every single trade for the rest of my life. I want to test my limits. I want to reach my potential. I want to know my potential. And if I have a way to size up, hold on to my winner, if I have something to work upon, if I have something to improve upon, I'm going to do it. And that's why I love trading, because trading gives you an opportunity to improve every single day as a trader and just keep working on your mistakes. And that is the reason journaling, reviewing is very important, because my review over the weekend, the time I spent 16 to 18 hours over the weekend paid me $93,000 in one day. And you guys can see that my goal of holding on to my winner kind of backfired on the first 2 trades, but eventually the 3rd trade, I just held on to it. It made me really good amount of money. So that's the thing, like you need to just have a goal, work on that goal, look at the stats. So now I'm going to try holding on to my winners for the next 2 or 3 weeks. And now I'm going to be like, okay, I can hold on to my winner on this trade. I can't hold on to my winner on that trade. But unless you try, you won't know. That's why I feel like you need to have something to work on. You need to have one goal every single week, work on that goal, and then look at your statistics. Is the goal doing good for your trading or bad for your trading? And then keep switching and keep working on your trading every single day. Like you just need to keep working on your trading. And that's why I just personally don't understand people who just want to risk $200 every single day, because if there is more money to be made, why not? Like, why not? You just need to improve as a trader, as a human, and I just like improving myself every single day. And one more thing which might help you before we end this video is that I have seen a lot of traders move from stocks to options to funded accounts to crypto earlier this year, because crypto had a crazy rally towards the upside, to moving back to futures because the market is moving like crazy. Then after a few months, they're going to move back to options. I'm like, what are you doing? You can be master of one, or you can be mediocre and average in everything. I like to be master of one. Like you guys will see, I just stick with my options trading. I have been trading options for the past 7 years, 6 years. Yes, I'm leaving a lot of money on the table on trading SPY or futures because the market is crazy, but who cares? Like you can only be master of one. You can't be master of everything. Master of everything, it's just mediocre at everything. You can only be master of one. Always keep that in mind. Just narrow your focus on one thing and try to master that thing. Because for example, if you're revenge trading, or if you're over trading, if you're not holding your winners, if you're not cutting your losers with options trading, moving to futures or moving to crypto is not going to magically fix it. You need to work on this, not trying different new things. So yeah guys, thank you for watching. If this video motivated you to work harder, because this channel is my journey. If you guys go on my channel, the first ever video was how I made $90 in 15 minutes to now making $93,000 in 15 minutes again. That trade was around like 6 to 7 minutes hold. But if you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for a lot more content on day trading, because the YouTube analytics tell me that 70% of the viewers of this channel are not subscribed to this channel. I'm like, what are you doing? This is the best channel on day trading out there, best real channel. Subscribe to my channel. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I already posted about this day on my Instagram as well. Even made a short video. In that video, I'm actually a bit in tears, which makes sense. But yeah, go and follow me on Instagram. The link will be in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.